What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Shinobi Squad Podcast. I'm fan service Renji.
I'm Shana Mostella.
September's underway. Fall's coming around the corner. But most importantly, what happens in September, Shana?
It's my birthday.
She's been celebrating
Woo!
all month.
It's my birthday month.
It is her birthday month, and it's been a celebration so far.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every day with Shana is a celebration.
Aww.
We always having a good time around here. Along with Shauna's birthday, I've been seeing a lot of other people's birthdays pass through the last couple months. Not gonna lie, some of these birthdays have been pretty sad, pretty lame, due to no fault of their own. I know the pandemic's been hitting people hard. People aren't sure what they can do for their birthday, what they can do for their significant others' birthdays, and it breaks my heart. At least for me, celebrating other people's birthdays, like Shauna's, is way more fun than celebrating my own birthdays. I'll see some of my friends have like really sad birthdays, and I'm just like, let me plan a birthday party for you. But I mean, obviously, you gotta pay for it, but I'll plan it. I ain't got money like that. I can't just be throwing everybody birthday parties, but still, I feel bad for some of y'all. So today, I just want to talk about just birthday parties in general, like how you can make your birthday special, your significant other's birthday special, or your friend's birthday special without like breaking the bank or going too crazy, but still going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Before we move on, there's one thing I want to point out. The one thing that people stress way too much over is celebrating their birthday on their actual birthday. One problem with that is that they want other people to be involved in it. It's one thing when it's just you, but then you have to coordinate with other people. Sometimes they have to leave work early or take off work that day just to celebrate your birthday on your actual birthday. With all that being said, choose one day that works for everybody in your party that you want to be there.
Great point. If this episode teaches you anything, that is probably the biggest buzzkill for a birthday. That's what ruins it for other people coming. That may be ruin it for you scheduling things.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes your favorite spot ain't open on Wednesday night. Sometimes your best friends can't get off work that day. Choose a day that works for the people you want involved in your party. You do not have to celebrate your birthday on your actual birthday. A lot of the time, if it wasn't for Facebook or social media reminding people, nobody would remember your birthday. Your birthday can be any day. You can celebrate your birthday 6 times a year if you wanted to. Most people don't remember, so you can choose any day you want. Speaking of people celebrating birthdays on their actual day of birth, I used to work with this guy. Didn't matter what day of the week his birthday was, he always expected people to celebrate with him. He always expected even us coworkers to really care.
Mm-hmm.
And one year, I just got sick of his birthday shit. He used to throw a fit when some of us at work who were kind of his friends didn't want to go out with him that day. I'm like, bro, it's Tuesday. Work is really busy today. We're already working like a 12, 13-hour shift, and then we got to come in early in the morning. He didn't care. He would come back to work the next day pissy at everyone who didn't show up at the bar to meet him for his birthday. That's the kind of shit he was on.
Mm-hmm.
Also, every year, it didn't matter how busy we were at work. He always took off the day of his birthday. Of course, he was well rested and he could go to the bar and hang out because sometimes he would take the next day off too, still expecting us to hang with him. One year, I was so fed up that I was just a dick to him. I'm like, all right, I get why people celebrate this holiday or this holiday, but your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why should we celebrate the day you were born? Like, what did you do that's so special to this world? Why does this day deserve celebration? Because to me, you just a do-nothing in the way dude.
Damn.
You were born, and you have not contributed anything positive to this world. You actually are pretty wasteful. You don't even recycle. You're actually just creating more shit, ruining the world for my future children.
Damn.
He was so pissed. I just had to put him in his place. I got sick of him being birthday diva year after year. Mm-hmm. And I was like, really? That is a serious question. Why should the day you're born be celebrated? I get people celebrating Martin Luther King's birthday, right? Mm-hmm. He did something. He made a change in the world. I get people celebrating a certain singer. This person gifted the world with their voice and made songs that we all love. But what did you do except be born and be a birthday diva every year? You're not even a good employee. I don't even like you. You just work in my department. I was halfway joking, but I was all the way serious, if that makes sense.
Damn. I'm just playing, but I'm
But
saying.
And I think I got that mentality. I forgot who I heard it from. It could have been a stand-up comedian, but ever since I heard that has stuck in my mind. What makes you so special that we should all care about the day you were born?
Damn.
Because let's be honest, we've either gone to school with, we either work with now, or we just know people that your world would be better if you never knew them. Thus meaning if they were never born.
Damn.
Anyways, I know that's kind of mean, but if you have a birthday diva at your job, hit them with that. Knock them down a couple pegs. Anyways, I said all that to transition to this. There are some birthdays that I do cherish, and one of them is Shana's.
Aw.
Shana's birthday is one of the most special times of year for me. I enjoy Shana's birthday and everything that goes into it more than my own birthday. I really do celebrate the day Shana was born, and here's why. If Shana was never born, I would never have experienced the life I've experienced.
Aw.
Just the love we share and the happiness we bring to each other. I wouldn't be who I am if Shana was never born.
Aw.
So that's why I celebrate her birthday so hard, because it's one of the people that have changed my life. So if Shana was never born, I might not be who I am today.
Mushy alert.
Mushy alert. But that's one of the reasons why I celebrate Shana's birthday so hard, because her birth affected my life. It means a lot to me that she's here.
He's talking about me, by the way.
Yes. They're like, who? He's not talking
Shana,
about
not Shana. Okay.
I thought Renji's girlfriend's name was Shana.
Oh my God, this whole time. Just to clarify, because some of y'all still be getting my name wrong to this day. So,
Yep.
anyway, continue.
So with that said, let's talk about your significant other's birthday. For those of you dating, that should be a very important day to you as well. You should also value that your partner has been born. So you should try to make their day special. What do you get for your significant other? What do you do for them? To me, because I like this day, this act of doing something nice for your significant other on their birthday, it's not hard for me. But I didn't realize how hard it is for everyone else. Mm-hmm. Sean and I will drop some wisdom on y'all on things we've done for each other. Mm-hmm. Some things are so simple that you're going to punch yourself in the dick when we tell you the things we've done for each other. Because when they say it's the thought that counts, that's the key word. Just take some time to put some thought into it, and you'll be surprised with the things you come up with.
When it comes to celebrating your significant other's birthday, you want to get them something special, and you can go all out for that person without it being too expensive and going way overboard and being too pricey. Think back to a previous conversation you've had with that person. They could have slipped in there something they've always wanted or something they've always wanted to do. And now here's the opportunity for you to do that for that person and to give that person that special thing that they've always wanted. Might have been in a passing conversation, might not have been important at the time. The key thing is that you remembered that's what they said they wanted or said that they wanted to do. Even if it was just like a fleeting thought or whatever, but you still remembered that and you caught it and you did that for that person.
Shana hits me with that all the time. I'm not the type of person who goes out and buys myself things. Sometimes I will sit there and be like, oh, it'd be cool if I got this. And then I'll forget about it. Months will go by and I'll never buy it for myself. And then my birthday will come around and Shana will remember. And I'm like, oh shit, I did want this. It means so much more because Shana figured it out on her own. There'll be times where she'll surprise the hell out of me. I will totally forget that I said I wanted something, and then here it is right in front of me. It's gifts like that that make people feel really appreciated, especially because you didn't obviously go, hey, buy me this. Mm-hmm. A lot of us are adults. We can go buy our own shit, Mm-hmm. So when someone goes out of their way to remember or figure that kind of stuff out, that's what makes someone's birthday extra special.
It's also my saving grace because Renji is not the physical objects kind of person. He's not a material kind of person. So when he says those things and he just happens to say it, like, I'll listen for it. I'll listen for it all the time because he's so hard to buy things for and like so hard to gift that when he does say those things, I'm just like, yes, finally. Like I'll straight up and be like, what do you want? But like there are times when he does say those like little subtle things and I'm just be like, okay, I got you.
Always be listening, always be taking notes. Their birthday might not be for 8 months, but it saves you from that last minute birthday slump.
I hate gifting you because you're just so hard to gift for. Even when I get you something, you're like, I don't like it. Take it back. You could have saved money. I got a coupon for that. You could have saved like $5. I'm like, I don't care about funky ass $5. I just wanted to get this for you.
Mm-hmm. That part too.
That's just too nitpicky for me. I'm like, if I want to buy something, I will buy it. I don't care. I don't have coupons.
It could be buying them something, or it could be taking them out. The same kind of idea applies. They could mention a restaurant they wanted to go to. They could mention an activity they've always wanted to do. If they're like me, they're not going to take themselves out to do it. Mm-hmm. One of the biggest things I see couples doing wrong, especially at the beginning, is they try to go too expensive too quickly. Mm-hmm. Then you kind of set this unrealistic standard of like, oh, he bought me a necklace for $800 and y'all have only been dating for a year. Mm-hmm. That's not an exaggeration. I've seen dudes do that, and they have just set the bar so high that they can't keep up with it. Girlfriend starts to feel a type of way like, oh, you're just going to take me out to eat? That's it? And that's just part of what this dude got this one girl. If you got money like that, do you? This guy worked at the produce department at a grocery store. He was not making $800 necklace kind of money, especially for a first birthday with a girl. Mm-hmm. You can't sustain that. You can't keep it up. But things like what Shana just said, that's stuff you can do year after year, and your significant other will always feel that same amount of specialness, the same amount of joy, because it's so thoughtful what you did, mm-hmm. versus trying to maintain this bougie gift giving every year. Mm-hmm. A great example of something that Shana did for me that didn't cost a lot of money, but it was an awesome birthday. It was my birthday during the pandemic. Shana kind of gave me like a sexy waifu birthday. She put on this hot outfit, and she just let me relax and chill that day. She got me Resident Evil Nemesis. She got me my favorite alcohol. She just kind of served me all day in this sexy outfit. She would just kind of sit by my side, like, if you need anything, just let me know. She would get up and bring me a drink, or then she would cook dinner. Besides buying this sexy outfit off Amazon, which wasn't even that expensive, it was like $25, and then she got the game, and that was it. Even if she didn't buy me a new game, just everything she did was so awesome. She could have just dressed sexy and just been like, if you need anything, just let me know. And she made like a special food menu for me. Mm-hmm. All that stuff didn't cost her anything. It just cost her time and her effort. And since it was during the pandemic, it was very thoughtful because we couldn't do anything, but she still gave me this experience. It's kind of like you're going out, but it's kind of like a fantasy maid cafe, sexy waifu kind of deal. Mm-hmm. She just let me play Resident Evil while she wore this hot-ass outfit. And then every once in a while, I'd kind of pause and look over, and she'd still be hot, just waiting on me to ask her for something else. And that was like an amazing birthday.
And that's hard for me to do because I'm always busy and I'm always doing something. So for me to sit there and do nothing, that was my treat to him.
Yeah. And it was great. She put on some makeup. Ooh, wish I could tell you the outfit, but y'all don't need to know all that.
That's grown folks talk.
That's grown folks talk. But it was sexy, and it was definitely hard to play a survival horror game with her walking around with booty cheeks hanging out. Anyways, that's grown folk talk.
So my birthday last year was, during the pandemic as well. And every year we like to go to Universal. I wouldn't say every year because we had season passes where we could go several times a year. But we like to go often. That was our thing when we had days off and whatever from work. During my birthday one year, we actually got to experience it for the very first time. And I'll never forget it. Renji had bought me season passes to Universal. And we just went buck wild for like the entire day. I don't even think we got to see most of the park. We just stayed in the Harry Potter world. Harry Potter is very close to our hearts. Like, we love Harry Potter so much. So because it was the pandemic last year, I really, really wanted to go to Universal. Like, that was the one thing that I wanted to do. Like, that's the one thing I wanted to do this year, but we don't live in LA anymore, so that's kind of sad. But what we did was we had planned a Harry Potter birthday at home. So we 3D printed Dobby from the second movie, the house elf. We printed things like the Gryffindor sword. We printed out pictures of the Daily Prophet from the newspaper and everything. We printed out the paintings from Hogwarts, like of all the headmistresses and headmasters and everybody.
We have an actual printer too.
Yeah.
We didn't like 3D print a painting.
Oh yeah. I meant to
we have an
clarify
actual colored printer, and we printed out on photo paper.
Yeah, we had all of that, and then we had little sections of the apartment where one side was like the Gryffindor area, the other side was like the Slytherin, well, for me, area, had a potions area, we had an herbology area. We made our apartment look so Hogwarts, Harry Potter world. It was amazing, and I loved every bit of it.
We actually have a YouTube video of it too. If you guys go to my regular channel, the fan service Renji channel, there's a video called Harry Potter House Transformation or Hogwarts House Transformation. I forgot what I named it. It's been a minute. That was our apartment in California. So if y'all want to see what some of the things Shana's talking about, y'all can see it in that video. We redecorated our current apartment. This apartment is even nicer than the other one. So maybe I shall refilm what it looks like now. But if y'all want to see what it looked like in California, y'all can check out that video.
We had special food items. We got these chocolate molds, like for the little chocolate frogs that they had at Honeyduke's, the little candy shop in Harry Potter. We had those, and we even got the little boxes that the frogs go in. We had so many of those. We made pumpkin pasties. We made all kinds of wizarding treats that were just amazing. And it was one birthday I will never forget because though we couldn't go to Universal, we had it at home, which was even better.
Yeah, and we just kept the decorations up until we moved. It became our permanent house decoration. It started with just a birthday and fall idea, but then we just loved it so much, we're just like, let's just keep it.
I know, it's like we can't put that kind of stuff away. It's like it doesn't make any sense to. So we just kept it up, and we did our current apartment like that. So it just stuck with us.
Yeah, there was so much things we 3D printed too. Like we had the Goblet of Fire. Like that thing's like 3 feet tall. It's huge. And I scaled it down too. Like that thing could have been bigger.
Oh yeah.
We printed so much stuff. Yeah, I'll put the link in the video below if you're watching this on YouTube. Y'all got to see it.
I even did a creative Twitch stream where I painted all of the items that we 3D printed. It was phenomenal. Like I got my little hustle down, and we got to decorate the apartment and celebrate my birthday. So it was just all around great time.
Yep. This year's theme's kind of the same thing. We were going to go to California to go to Universal for Shana's birthday, but being self-employed, we felt that was kind of irresponsible to spend that kind of money just for a birthday and not do any kind of business while we're out there. So we decided to be responsible adults. So we're like, you know what? Let's just do it at home again.
Yep.
We are going to the local zoo that's having a wizarding theme night. Between our apartment transformation and that, I think we'll fulfill our wizarding needs. The next thing I was going to talk about was you don't always have to surprise the other person with these plans. Just like Shana and I just said, you guys can talk about what you want to do for your birthday. That way you stay within budget. That way someone doesn't go off and spend $800 on a necklace, even though they can't afford it. There's been times where Shana and I have discussed a budget, such as this year. Where is the money best spent? Would you rather get something or would you rather do something? And those are honest questions. There's been years where I knew I needed something specifically, where I made Shana's life easy. Like, look, I really just need this new camera lens, and I don't really want to blow money on too much birthday stuff. Even this year, Shauna's like, look, you don't really have to buy me something. I really want this instead, so can we put our money towards that? And she was cool with that being her birthday present. So when you talk about that stuff, you can still decide something to do to still celebrate your birthday. Since a lot of the money went towards the gift, you can do something subtle, like how we're going to go to the zoo. That costs us $30 and it's a 45-minute drive. That's still something that Shana really wants to do. Easy enough. You don't always have to stress out. You can just talk about it and you guys can decide together. Like how last year we decided to put our effort and time into redecorating our house into this Harry Potter wizard world. Obviously, I couldn't just do all these things behind her back without her seeing. She's going to be asking me like, are you 3D printing Dobby? No, that's a shoe.
See you in the corner just painting something. Like, you don't paint. What are you doing?
Exactly. So we talked about it. I was like, this is what I want to do for your birthday. How do you feel about that? And we could do it together because that ended up being like a month-long process just to get everything together. So we got to spend time together all through August making all these things. So Shana got to celebrate her birthday in August, because we were spending time together crafting, making all these things, and we decorated the house, and then we got to enjoy her birthday.
What we did for my birthday last year, it sounds a little bit extreme, but it's because me and Renji are artistic people or artists. It just works out. So that's why we did it like that. But don't feel like you have to do all of that if that's not what you do. Or even if that is what you do, if you're artistic yourself, say you're creating this world or something like that by yourself, don't feel like you have to do everything, like every little thing. Maybe focus on like one section of your house or one theme of some sort, but don't feel like you have to do everything and make it all perfect like how we did it. But you can start somewhere.
You can do subtle things. You can make something simple become special. Dinner sounds so simple, but it could be so special. People forget the power of dressing up. Put on something nice. Be presentable. Make them feel like it's a special occasion. Put on some makeup. Do your hair. If you're a guy, wear something else other than a damn t-shirt. Put on something. Make an effort from your regular, because then they see the effort. And it makes them feel special. Like, wow, they're doing this for me.
Right.
Just because you've been dating for so long doesn't mean y'all got to let it all go. You ain't old married folks yet. And even if you are married, you can keep the spark alive by doing something so simple.
You can spend one day not being completely yourself and being stubborn. Like, take a shower, okay? Like, really, take a shower. That's all you have to do.
So subtle.
Some people don't even do that. I'm just like, you could at least do that.
One of my friends told me about her boyfriend's birthday. These two don't see each other all the time. I'm thinking she had something special planned for him. He just came over and they just did exactly what they do every time they see each other. They go order some sushi because none of them are creative and think of anything else. And they just sit there and bum around. I'm like, that's it?
Special.
That's all you did for his birthday? You did exactly everything you did last weekend when you saw him.
Wow.
And I was like, okay.
Special.
And to some people, they're like, well, that's sushi. That's nice. But is it, though? If that's what you do every single week, just this lackluster lack of effort, that's going to have some long-term effects. Y'all may not see it yet, but y'all going to look back on that and be like, oh, this is all we did?
Especially if you don't see that person all the time. Like, you want to do something that shows that you actually care, or, you know, like, do something you don't normally do. If that person doesn't like to do much, then you can still do something nice, like cook them dinner, or I don't know. In that situation, you can, like Renji said, dress nice, make it a date night at home if you don't like going out. Or you can, you know, do like a movie night or whatever. Decorate your room nice or decorate their room nice and make it a whole thing.
Like I said earlier, some people don't make their birthday a big deal, but you being their significant other, you should make it a big deal for them. Some people do have low self-esteem and they don't feel that they're worth it. You need to let them know that they're worth it. So just because they want to be lame, don't give in to that.
Right.
You want to better this relationship. You want things to be more exciting. This is how you do it. Once a year, you can't do this once a year for someone.
Right.
That's going to trickle down into other aspects of your relationship. People take for granted how important things like date nights are. So you multiply that on someone's birthday.
They're just going to think that nothing is special or sacred.
Yeah. They may act chill and nonchalant about it, but watch when you do something like that for them, it's going to change the way they look at you, the way they treat you, because that's going to inspire them to do more as well. Because if someone wasn't willing to even try for my birthday, then what are they going to try for me for then, you know? I think these few special occasions do make a big difference in your relationship with somebody.
I dated someone in the past who could barely remember my birthday. Needless to say, I didn't date that person for very long. But it was the same thing. Like, we didn't do anything different when they happened to remember, like, eventually that it was my birthday. We didn't do anything special. It was just like, oh, yeah, it's your birthday? Oh, cool. Let's just go do the same thing we do all the time. Every time we see each other, let's just go and be boring and whatever. So I'm like, if my birthday's not special to you, then that makes me feel like I'm not special in general to you.
What's one of the worst birthday gifts you've got from a boyfriend, or worst birthday planning, or just birthday activity in general?
Worst that I got from somebody was nothing.
Damn.
Because they just didn't care. Like, that person was a total narcissist and just only cared about themselves. But needless to say, that relationship wasn't really, you know, all this cracked up to be. Like, I didn't really think of it as anything important in general, so I guess it didn't matter. But that was literally the worst, because it's like, it's your birthday. Like, even if it's somebody that I don't know or aren't friends with like that, I would still wish them a happy birthday. But this person barely even did that, and I'm just like.
And you were dating this person?
Like I said, it wasn't that significant. It was what it was at the time, but it was still just one of those things where, like, if I'm like talking to you like that, at least acknowledge my birthday. Like, I barely even got that. So that was literally the worst. And I'm like, why am I even here? You know, I'm a little over sentimental sometimes. So like when that kind of thing happens, I've already checked out. I'm like, I don't even care anymore about this relationship. I didn't even care about you as a person at this point.
So what was their excuse? Did they even say anything? Did you guys even hang out? Did they know it was your birthday? Like, did you mention it at
I
some
did
point?
mention it because that person just came over and was like, you know, acting like it was a normal day. And then after I said something, they're just like, oh, okay, so whatever. Like, I'm like, what? Whatever, okay. Whatever
Wow.
on you too. Next day, just didn't call that person anymore. So put the nail in that coffin. That person was just all about themselves and just very selfish. Didn't care about anyone else but themselves. So, you know, one and done. It's over.
But that's what we're just saying, though. It's like your future with them could have just changed.
Oh, yeah.
With just a simple gesture. Of
Oh,
like,
yeah.
hey, let's at least hang out. Let's do something. I might not have money, but I can come and hang out with you or something.
It was none of that. There was no discussion of that of any sort. So it was just like, okay, now I know where we stand. So I don't have to worry about you anymore since you're clearly not worried about me. So I will just wash my hands of that and just walk away.
Damn.
If it's your birthday, you want to feel special. Like, you don't have to get me anything, but just acknowledge it at least, at the very least.
Yeah. During that time in your life, that's all you wanted.
Yeah.
Say happy birthday. Say something.
Because at the time, I didn't ask for much from anybody. That's why those kind of relationships were like, you know, one and done, hit or miss or whatever. I didn't really care about it in that way. Again, like, if you're that kind of person where you don't ask for anything, but all you want is some kind of acknowledgement or some kind of, like, thought put into, like, being thoughtful, like, hey, it's your birthday, let me say something or let me do something. It's like, you can't even do that, and I never even asked for anything. Like, fine, then I don't need you in my life.
My worst birthday from a significant other, there was two things that have always stuck out with me. It's a tie for worst birthdays. And the funny thing is, it's from the same person. Year after year, back-to-back losing championship rings. I didn't know that was possible. One year, this person decided to completely forget about my birthday till the day of. When it comes to my birthday, it's the one time of year that I do go out of my way to treat myself, mainly because I've had a lot of crappy birthdays in my past, and also because I don't really treat myself throughout the year. When it comes to my birthday, I want to make sure that at the very least, I make myself happy that weekend. Fast forward to this girlfriend. She knew that. I was going to plan my own birthday. I was going to take the stress away from everybody. That year was a very difficult time in my life. I just wanted to treat myself. This girl was like, no, I got you. It's your birthday. Don't plan anything for yourself. To be honest, I didn't trust her ass. I was like, please, just let me plan my own birthday. She's like, no, I got you. My birthday comes. I went out of my way to wake up early, get dressed. I washed my own car. I was ready for anything. I had nice clothes on. I was fresh to death and ready to go at the crack of dawn. Noon comes around. This bitch still sleeping. Like, you gonna get up? Like, it's my birthday. And it was on a weekend.
Uh-oh.
And I'm just like, oh, maybe, you know, she got this trick that she's gonna pretend like she's sleeping. She gets up. What are you all dressed up for? It's my birthday. Shit.
Oh my God, no.
I'm thinking she's just playing it off. So I'm like, you know what? Just shower. I didn't eat anything because I'm like, maybe she's going to take me out to eat. Comes around. She showers. She's like, what do you want for lunch? I'm like, don't you have anything planned? She's like, no. I'm like, okay, so let's go eat here. And I'm picking my own place to eat. So I'm still just thinking she's going to do something. The day is going by. I just finally asked her, I'm like, so what are we doing for my birthday? She's like, let me figure it out. I'm like, it's my birthday today.
Damn.
I've been talking about this for months. And I even talked about it this week. And she was like, no, I got you. I'm like, how did you forget within a couple days already? And
damn.
she totally forgot. And then she tries to like scrounge together some, okay, let's go get a hotel room room. I'm like, why? We live in our own place. So I'm thinking maybe she found like a hotel with a hot tub or something. She books a regular ass Best Western room.
Oh my God, no.
Makes me pay for it. She puts it on my credit card. And then we show up and then we get to the hotel room and she just sleeps the whole time.
Damn.
And I watched Storm Chasers all night. I was just watching a guy hunt a tornado for like 8 hours because it was a whole season. I watched this guy hunt tornadoes and watched her sleeping. And I'm just like, that was a great way to spend $200.
Damn. Did you at least take yourself out to eat?
No, because I was so mad at that point. Whatever. I'm just going to sit here and just maybe she'll wake up. Nope.
I would have left her at that room and booked me another hotel and, went all out, order room service, everything, and put it on her credit card.
I should have, but I was just so mad.
Right.
I couldn't process thoughts.
I would have bought me a whole ass bottle of wine. I would have did a lot.
Yeah.
I would have just said, F you, I'm going to go do my own thing.
She didn't even do that. We didn't have any food in the room.
What?
We didn't have anything.
So she woke up and did what?
She never woke up that night. And that was my birthday that year with her.
Wow. Bananas.
The year after that, I'm thinking she's going to make up for her complete mess up. I really don't want a repeat of last year. And I'm going to make up for my own birthday. Comes to my birthday week. This girl did it again. Just like Kevin McAllister's mom, you would think she would learn from her mistake last year. Nope. She left me at the airport and forgot all about me again.
Damn.
She called my boy up that morning to take her to a mall 45 minutes away so she could shop for me last minute. My friend was even looking at her gift choices like, Renji's not going to like that. She's like, why? He's like, look, if there's anything I know about Renji, he's not materialistic. He doesn't want last-minute bullcrap. You're just wasting your money. She didn't want to listen to him, so she decided that this was the best gift for me.
Oh, great.
Season 5 of Naruto on DVD.
Holy shit.
Did I own seasons 1 through 4? No. She randomly decided season 5 was going to be the season for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What?
I don't own any anime DVDs. I don't own figurines.
Oh, boy.
I'll watch it, but I don't collect a lot of that stuff.
Yikes.
And that was the best she came with after 2 hours of shopping. She was proud of her choice. She wanted to film my reaction. And I did her a favor by deleting that footage because I was pissed. So I open it up, and she's just all like smiling. And I open it up, and she's like, wow, season 5 of Naruto, huh? I don't buy seasons of shows because I'm never going to rewatch it. Even though I have rewatched season 5 of Naruto. But that was like 7 years later when me and Shana started rewatching it. I was pissed. Not to sound ungrateful, but when you think about how she did me wrong the year before,
right.
I was mad. And that's the best she came up with.
Oh, boy.
Oh, but then she kicked it up another notch. And then we broke up like a month later.
Damn.
So that's a whole nother story. But we broke up a month later. Luckily, I knew she was going to give me a crappy birthday. So I had already planned my makeup birthday.
Oh, good.
So I had a great time after we broke up and she left me.
Damn.
I mean, I was sad that we broke up, but my revenge birthday was amazing. Real quick, my same friend that took her shopping, we drove 3 hours to Detroit. We went to Joe's Crab Shack because I was obsessed with Joe's Crab Shack at the time. Had the waiter put a bib on me and everything.
Damn.
This other girl that kind of had a crush on me met up with me, so we were kicking it. Then we went to Dave & Buster's, and we just had a great time. We went to this Yakuza-ass Asian restaurant. Had a great time there, too.
Nice.
And I even filmed that. That's on my old YouTube channel that you'll probably never find. Because I deleted it, I hope. I forgot.
Until the internet sleuths strike again.
It's been so long. Oh, real quick before I forget, that same friend, this dude was like, so, how'd you like the DVDs? And he was laughing his ass off when he said that. He was like, bro, I tried to tell her that you were going to hate it, and she was just so hell-bent on thinking you were going to love that gift. He's like, I tried, bro. I told her. I gave her other suggestions, and she wouldn't listen.
Damn.
And And best believe I took that shit back just because I was done. I was keeping it real. I'm like, nah, this sucks. I'm taking it back.
Did you go to Joe's Crab Shack without her?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you said this was after you broke up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I had planned where I wanted to go. I just didn't pick a date.
Oh, okay, gotcha, okay.
And it just happened to work out that we broke up like shortly after my birthday.
So what happened? So you opened the gifts and you just told her straight up you just hated it?
Yeah. I was like, I don't like it. She's like, what? I'm like, this was so thoughtless of you. And after last year, because like I said, like, I'm pretty honest when it comes to my relationship. I was like, look, like, you really let me down last year, and this gift just kind of sucks. Like, I know you picked this out last minute. I would have rather you not even get me anything. This just shows me you forgot again and didn't even try.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up though, like when Renji gets mad at you, like I would rather him be mad at me than be disappointed, because when he's mad at you, like he'll be mad for a while, but then he'll get over it. But if he's disappointed in you, you gotta really work at him to make him forgive you in that way and to see you in a different light. Like that takes a lot longer than him just being mad at you. So the fact that I can just see it in his eyes right now, I'm like, I would kill myself if he was disappointed in me in that way. Like, oh my God, like you're just thoughtless. Like I would rather him just be pissed, but no, if he's disappointed, that's way worse. So don't ever do that.
Yes, and just for the record, this isn't some girl I was with for like a couple months. Like I was with this girl for 2 years. Thus why we celebrated, 2 of my birthdays.
Right.
And things I've done for this girl, I helped her get a motorcycle, okay? I helped her get a crotch rocket. Like those are the kind of gifts I helped her get.
A boob job.
Yes, that's a whole nother story. But I helped her get a boob job. I helped her get a career as a professional go-go dancer. So there's things I've done for her, and this is how she repays me with season 5 of Naruto. Not saying I expect things back for the kind deeds I've done,
right,
but just to show the relationship we had and how serious I was about her. When she wanted a boob job, I helped her figure out how to get it. I even put down money to help her get it. She paid me back eventually. Not like I'm just out here buying girls' titties, but we worked out a plan together. I thought I was gonna spend the rest of my life with her, and she was really adamant about getting a boob job because she was getting into modeling and go-go dancing and all that stuff. So I was like, all right, let's do it. She wanted a motorcycle, helped her get one. So those are the things I've done for her. Needless to say, it's things like that to why our relationship didn't work out.
Damn.
Because that same lack of effort she put into my birthday was put into other aspects of the relationship. If you don't try on someone's most special day, then why would you try any other day?
Exactly.
As Shana was saying, it's like you don't think about it, but it's just that mentality of like, this is the most important day to him, whatever. Then everything else is just whatever.
It's kind of like, when people only want to be in relationships when it's during cuffing season. It's like so they can spend money on that person, and so it's special for both of you. But like when you're dating someone, it's like nonchalant. You don't care about anything for the rest of the year, until it's that one time of year where you're supposed to care and you don't. It just ruins everything, honestly.
Real quick, let's just shoot off some of your best birthdays.
Well, that's easy because my best birthdays were because of you.
I know. I just wanted you to say it. That's all.
You're the most thoughtful person I've ever been with. My friends were very thoughtful in their own ways, but like you just went above and beyond because of things that you remembered about me. Like I could only say that about one other person in my life, and that's about it. There's people who mean well, but there's not a lot of people who actually go through with their plans and go through with things that they were gonna do for you, and you did all of that. You exceeded above and beyond all of my dreams, like everything. Because my very first birthday with you, you took me to my very first concert. Not only that, but my favorite Japanese rock band ever. Ignited my love for like all things Japanese and everything. During Gray, it was in Chicago at the House of Blues. You did that shit. Like you took me to my very first concert, and it was just phenomenal, and nobody would have ever done that for me.
I forgot all about that. Shit, I've done so much for you.
That was the very first.
That was the very first birthday.
Yes.
God, I'm awesome.
And I believe that was my 21st birthday, if I'm correct. You did that shit. Like you captured my heart in the best way possible, and you set the tone from that point on, oh my God, like I can't even explain to y'all how I felt when I went to that concert and I saw them for the very first time in person. Like, I can't even explain. I'm getting like choked up right now because like it was just the best feeling in the world. Oh my God.
We got there early enough too, and Shana was like front row, and she literally buckled at the knees.
I did.
She buckled like on TV. She's like, ah! I never saw Shana fangirl that hard.
Oh my God.
And before y'all get it twisted, I know some of y'all like J-Rock concert, that had to be expensive. No, it actually wasn't. I remember in conversation when I met Shana at the con where we fell in love, we talked about J-Rock, and she mentioned Darren Gray. I just happened to work in live entertainment, and one of the venues I worked at was the House of Blues. I saw early on that they were having a Darren Gray concert. Though Sean and I just started dating, I took the gamble and I bought the tickets when they were cheap. I think our tickets were like $45 a piece. Shauna still has the tickets. They weren't that expensive. I just happened to remember how much she loved Darren Gray and got the tickets at a great deal. When they first went on sale, they were super cheap. So it wasn't a big deal for me to spend $45 for Shauna's ticket. It also helped that I loved J-Rock myself. So in case me and Shauna weren't going to be together anymore, I could have still went to the concert with someone else.
Right.
So plan B.
Just in case.
Just in case. But that's because I thought back to our conversation, got it at a good price. Things like that are possible. A great birthday I had was when one of my exes threw a party for me. One of my very first actual parties in my own apartment. She remembered that I really enjoyed ice cream cake from Dairy Queen, but I don't like half vanilla, half chocolate. I like all vanilla with the cookie crumbs in the middle. Then she kicked it up a notch to where she convinced Dairy Queen to put my record label on the cake. They refused to do it because they have copyright issues. They're like, no, you gotta pick from one of our pictures. And she somehow strong-armed them into doing it. And then she told me about it afterwards. She's like, they would not put your record label.
Even though it's yours?
Yeah. They wanted her to provide proof that we own this label. And she's like, I don't have all this. I'm just trying to surprise him with an ice cream cake.
It's just a cake. It's edible, like something you can eat.
Yeah.
It's not something you're going to resell.
And it's not like it was an actual logo. It was just words written in a font.
Yeah.
It was a very rare font that you don't see in a lot of computer programs. She's like, I don't know what the font is called, but here's a picture of what it says.
Right.
And they wouldn't do it. But eventually, they did do it. She invited friends from my past because we just didn't keep in touch anymore. She invited everyone herself. I knew we were having like a birthday celebration, but I didn't know how extensive the party was going to be. And it was nice. She went out of her way to invite friends from the past and present and got them all to show up. Shauna probably doesn't remember this, but her first birthday in Los Angeles, we were obsessed with this game Destiny.
Some people still are.
Some people still are. I had created a Destiny mission birthday for Shauna. For those that don't know what Destiny is, it's like a sci-fi space shooter. Think of Halo, right? I designed this whole birthday around the Destiny game theme. When she woke up, she had a note next to her bed that gave her mission commands. So she had this list of things to do, and the first thing was go shower, and then when you come out, put this on. When she was done with that, it was like go to the living room, and then I set up her game station, and then she had a bottle of wine there with her. The first part of her birthday was just literally wake up, put on this outfit, sit your ass here, drink wine, and play this video game that you love, and wait for the instructions. There was just different phases of her birthday. There was another phase where like she went to put on her robe, and then I gave her a massage, and then we ended the night where I took her to go eat buffet at this seafood restaurant. It didn't cost a lot of money. We already owned the damn game. I bought a robe off of Amazon for like $10. And then the outfit Shauna already owned, but it was just something cute that I wanted her to dress up in.
Oh, now I remember the robe. I remember the wine. No.
I bought her a big-ass bottle of wine, so that's why
Fun size.
her memory's kind of vague, because she got drunk real early in the day.
Best birthday ever.
But again, it's something subtle. We already own the game, but I made it an experience just because I took an hour out of my day to write out mission commands and make it feel like she was a part of the game. Long story short, you can turn simple things into a memorable special occasion. You just got to put a little bit of thought into it. That's it. Doesn't have to cost you any more money than doing a basic birthday, you know? I know we talked a lot about significant others' birthdays, but let's briefly talk about celebrating a friend's birthday. A lot of the same things we said applies to friends too. If these are your best friends, close friends, you could still put in the same amount of effort. When it comes to your friend's birthday, the first thing I always want to ask them is, what's their budget and what do they want to do? If your friends are like mine, they'll just be like, I don't know. I don't care as long as we do something. Those are the worst type of friends' birthdays. Then they kind of put the pressure on you, which is fine if you're willing to take charge. But when you do, you got to really take charge. Sometimes you got to plan it out for them, but you always have to communicate with them. What's your budget? This is your birthday. I'm not paying for all this shit. I'll help you figure it out, but you got to tell me what you're trying to spend.
Don't be afraid to speak up if the idea is way too expensive or just not obtainable at all. For example, this year, we were trying to, travel to LA, like we said earlier, for my birthday, just to go to Universal. I thought that was way too expensive and irresponsible with our funds because it's unnecessary. If this was like a trip, like we were going to Thailand or something, that'd be a different story. But I'm not going to go out of my way just to, go to Universal for my birthday and spend all that money just for that. Like, I would feel bad. And B, it's just not really obtainable at the moment. I'd rather do something local and save money than spend money and may not even enjoy it, in the long run.
And for the record, for this trip for Shana's birthday, we were going to use our frequent flyer miles. I have a travel credit card where you build up a lot of points towards traveling. That's how we went to Thailand a couple years ago. I didn't have to pay for my plane tickets because I had like $1,600 in travel money that I used towards that trip. But anyways, we built up a bunch of travel points again, and I was going to use that towards Shauna's birthday just to go on this trip. But then Shauna was the one that stepped up, was like, I'd rather use that for you to go to Thailand so you can go get your grandma whenever the world opens back up and you can go do that.
So one year, one of my close friends in LA had a birthday that she wanted to celebrate in Vegas. And mind you, Vegas isn't that far away from Los Angeles. It's a good 4 or 5 hour drive, depending on if you want to drive or not, or it's a 45-minute flight. But the flights are kind of iffy, kind of expensive depending like what flight you want to take and what company you want to go through. Anyways, so long story short, her birthday falls somewhere around like a Thanksgiving weekend, It's always an awkward time. Usually we would just go somewhere local and, go to a club or whatever. Like that was fine. During those times, I'm always working. I'm always having to work during those times, no matter where I'm working. That was one of the downfalls of her celebrating her birthday on her birthday. And she's one of those people that has to celebrate her birthday on her birthday. She doesn't want to hear it. Like if it's on a Monday, if it's on a Tuesday, we're going out. Doesn't matter. So this particular year, she wanted to go to Vegas. Not only that, but she wanted to fly business first class to Vegas. And that's cool and whatever, but at the time, I was just starting my new job, and I didn't have money like that. I certainly wasn't going to get on a plane after work, not even be able to afford it, especially business class, because when you do that, you want to fly with your friends, not like in coach, and then they go and like celebrate in first class or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to skip that part. Like, I already didn't want to go because I don't like Vegas. I've never had a good experience in Vegas anytime that I've ever went. But because it was her, because it was my friend, like I agreed to go, but I knew already that I wasn't gonna have a good time. I already pre-planned that shit. So I take the mega bus to Vegas. That's a whole nother story in its own because that bus ride was crazy. Oh my God, it went from bad to worse. I'll tell you that story in a different podcast.
Vegas stories.
Yes, why I hate Vegas.
We've both had shitty times in Vegas. Yes, we shall do a Vegas stories episode.
Yes, we definitely will.
Shit, we should do that next.
I know.
Anyways, go on.
So I'm on this bus, this horrible trip to Vegas. And this was around the time the new Fallout game came out, and I was like so wrapped up in the game. It had just came out, and then I had to jump ship and get on a bus to Vegas. I was so mad. But so I get to Vegas, right off the bat, I'm just sweaty, I'm nasty, I smell like a bus. These girls want to go out that night. I got there super late, they still want to go out that night. So we get dressed, we do the thing, we go out, whatever. But before we even get to the club, my friend's talking about how she didn't even want to be there either. And I'm like, why would you have everybody come out? Because it was I want to say a good like 10 of us that were there. And she's just sitting there complaining. And as soon as I got there, she was just down on the dumps and just laying on the bed, like looking like she didn't want to be there. And she just like openly said she didn't want to be there. So I'm like, you know, I have a video game waiting for me at home, right? Like I could be at home playing my game and like not doing this right now. I had a terrible bus ride here and you just sitting here not even wanting to celebrate. Started off the trip really bad right there. Because she didn't even want to go. She didn't even want to be there. So we try to make the rest of the trip more fun for her because we could see, like, okay, it's her birthday, but she doesn't even want to participate in anything. So we try to make it better for her. We get up the next morning. We go try to get breakfast. She doesn't want to eat. She says, oh, you know, I feel bloated. I look terrible in my clothes. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I'm like, no, honey, no. We're going to start this trip off right. I got to eat. If I'm going to do this, I got to eat and I got to get a good night's sleep every single time. So I'm telling her this, and she's just like, not having it. She goes to the bar, orders this huge Fat Tuesday, nothing but sugar. This whole trip, she didn't eat the entire time. She just drank Fat Tuesdays. Anything she drank was just full of sugar. I'm just like, no wonder you're bloated. No wonder you're feeling like crap because you haven't eaten anything. So at some point, I'm just tired of her just not even enjoying her own birthday. I'm just like, you know what? I came all this way. You don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Nobody else seems to not want to be here at all. I told her off. I had to tell her about herself. I'm like, we came out here for you. We went out of our way for you. The rest of the girls got business first class. They pitched in and made it happen for you. They didn't have to do that because a lot of us didn't have money like that. So they made it happen for her and she's just not having a good time. And the last straw was when she didn't even want to go to her own birthday dinner because we had planned a dinner for her. We're like, hey, let's go here. It's nice. She didn't even want to like shower. She didn't want to wear anything nice. She didn't want to do anything. So finally, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to spend the last night here doing what I want to do. I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to eat dinner. I'm going to get fabulous for your birthday. And I'm going to enjoy your birthday out there in the streets at the clubs by myself. So if you want to sit here and just be a Debbie Downer on your own birthday during the busiest time of the year, then go ahead.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Black Friday, a lot of LA people go to Vegas right after Thanksgiving dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the LA thing to do. Let's go to Vegas. It's only a 5-hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just goes. I remember when you told me about her plans, I tried to talk you into talking her to changing the date. Mm-hmm. Because remember what we said, you don't have to celebrate on your actual birthday.
Oh, I tried.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah, Shana tried. Because she wanted to celebrate it that weekend, this trip cost triple what it should have cost. Mm-hmm. Plane tickets, bus tickets, hotel, everything cost 3 times more just because it was Thanksgiving weekend, mm-hmm. and she didn't care. But no, this girl rather played triple because she wanted it on her birthday, mm-hmm. a holiday weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We tried to speak up.
We tried. I even tried to not go. Her text messages versus how she was in person when I finally got there were 2 different people. I'm like, had you just said something and spoken up that you didn't want to go in the first place, you could have saved us all a lot of time, trouble, and money. And you could have had a nice birthday at the local spot that she goes to every year, and you would have been happier. And that goes with another bullet point we talked about earlier. Speak up. If you don't want to do something, you don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Just hearing your brief Vegas story just brought back all the bad memories of every Vegas trip that we've experienced together. So yeah, now I definitely want to talk about horrible Vegas experience and how Vegas is kind of overrated most of the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that next because now it's on my mind. Birthdays. They could be as special or as crappy as you make it. It could be the most magical day for someone else if you spend an hour just thinking about what would really make this person happy. Mm-hmm. Doesn't have to cost a lot of money. When they say it's the thought that counts, the key word is thoughts. Take a little time to really think about what you're doing for this person, and you could really make their day, their week, their year. Mm-hmm. I have friends that still talk about birthdays I've done for them because I'm just that awesome. You think I only do awesome birthdays for Shana? No, I've done some awesome birthdays for some of my best friends, and they still talk about, dude, that was the best birthday I ever had. I know. I know. You ain't got other people like me in your life. You're welcome. Anyways, hope y'all learn a couple things about birthdays for your significant other. Again, you can apply a lot of those same concepts and thoughts to your friends as well. Like, I know we made a lot of examples for significant others, but I speak from experience why I learned to do these things for my significant others because it started with me doing these things for my friends. If it's good enough for your significant other, it's definitely good enough for your friends. So you can really make someone's birthday special by just taking a little bit of time just to put some thought into it. But with that said, though, I want all y'all to wish Shana a happy birthday.
Yay!
By the time this video airs, it will be close to her birthday. But of course, like she said, she's been celebrating all month.
Yep.
Whenever you see this, as long as it's September, wish Shana a happy birthday in the comments, blow her up on her social medias, whatever picture she posts, just say happy birthday, just to say happy birthday.
And I also have an Amazon wish list that is currently in the bio, linked right there on my Instagram page. I will also have Renji link it below so you can see it. Shameless self-promotion. And I also have an OnlyFans birthday set that's out right now. So if you want to support me in any way, shape, or form, that's how you can do it. Wander on over to my land of fans and get one of my sets for me. Support is always the best gift.
Yes, support is the best gift. By supporting Shana on her OnlyFans, you're actually giving yourself something. You're getting a treat of a beautiful photo set. These pictures are amazing. We built a whole set in our apartment. That's why you see the pink background.
Yep.
This was part of the set. We've gone out of our way to make this photo set this year look amazing. And even if you get something for Shana off her Amazon wish list, you also get a gift back in return as well.
Oh, yes. If you get me a gift, I give you one back. So I hope you guys participate in that little thing of mine. And yeah, just if anything, just wish me happy birthday. You know, it's a thought that counts.
Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Shinobi Squad Podcast. I'm fan service Renji.
I'm Shana Mostella.
We'll see you guys next week.
Shana birthday girl Mostella. Hey.
Hey.
Thanks for listening, guys.